push is out. All right, welcome, Jeremy. Dr. Paul here for Men's Psychology Magazine, Romantopedia, and Substack in general. With Jeremy, just doing a little preview here of some big ideas and insights that we generated. Started with something Jeremy observed, being an expert in social media, and something I've been so focused on in human courtship. I just got my set of my new paperback version. That's a proof. That's one of 16 books, about 400 pages each, to cover all of human courtship. I really like how it looks, like how it reads. It's kind of small, compact. I love it. But anyway, because of courtship and social media, Jeremy, you're on with your big insight. Mm. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's see if this now works. Okay. Jeremy, I'm not hearing you. Not hearing you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, my man. But yeah. Okay. Well, we just want to let you know there's really a big talk coming. And I will summarize. I'm going to invite Jeremy back in the room. But we'll see if he gets on here. All right. I hear you, Jeremy. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I wasn't saying anything, so I don't know what we heard, but that's fine.
Well, let me try and summarize. But, we just want you guys to know a big talk is coming your way very soon, probably this weekend. It'll be live. It'll be recorded. You'll be able to listen to it or show up live. Okay. And we have good sound now. Jeremy's been working a lot with social media and the psychological impact of it. How does it work? What's the good and the bad in it? It's kind of a Frankenstein, right? It's something we created. It can turn on us and has. I got the idea through hearing Jeremy raise this issue of what does porn have to do with social media, given that all the technologies that become widespread come originally from porn and from the financial investment those companies are able to do in technology, right? So it starts everything, but then it's lingering in the background, and everything has moved toward video, not writing, not just blogs or articles, but video podcasts. Can't even be audio
Right.
anymore. It's got to be video podcast, right? So everything's visual. Well, what does that do to harming all of our demographics, male and female? And according to Jonathan Haidt, especially teen females, I think it has to do with the visual aspect and human courtship, and the first step of human courtship, which is the female initiated by displaying not beauty, that's surfacey, displaying health. See, there's a translation. Symmetry is beautiful. Symmetry is also healthy. So we confuse the genes and instincts, drives toward, in the male, finding a healthy female to fall in love with and mate with and have healthy offspring with. It's because of the health. But the translation looks like, oh, it's beauty that they're interested in. And then transpose that onto porn, which is all visual. It's all about the female form, the beauty of the female form. And then what you end up with, as Jeremy has observed, is the males getting sucked into the sexuality part, and
Yeah.
females getting sucked into the attentional part, like receiving attention. Well, what is receiving attention in a nutshell? And I got to end with this. Receiving attention in human courtship is the very first reward back to the female in step one of courtship, the very first step, when the male prefers her and is showing attention. It's the attention itself that verifies to her, this is potentially love. This is potentially moving into intimacy and connection with the male. It's the attention that is the symbol, the sign, and the feedback needed that says, keep going. You're doing courtship right. In other words, you're being attractive. And doesn't everybody want to feel attractive? So I think that's the seduction for the female of social media, is the attentional feedback
Well, so
being received.
that's a big point that I've been making, yes, and I think that's very weird that we don't hear a lot about that though, right? Like I see on Substack so much about porn, and then so much on other social media sites about how it's ruining men. Who's making it? And who has to be there to make it? I'm just gonna leave that with people. Listen, guys, it's not all AI. There's real people in it, and that's what it was before. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we have a lot of disingenuous conversations, to be honest. I think people have to get real about it. Like,
yeah.
we
It's
got to break the
shaming.
cycle.
Well, people feel shame, so they don't want to
Oh yeah.
discuss what feels shameful, right? Even
Oh, of
if it would be
course.
healthy for them to discuss, so that they can get away from this Frankenstein's monster, this
Right.
technology.
One
Yeah,
last ending thing is really it's interesting because if men get addicted to pornography, they're not providing or protecting or doing anything. They're just giving affirmation and attention. And if women make that, which I'm not, if people can make adult content, I'm not coming down on that. I'm trying to help people understand why it might not be satisfying to them if they want certain other outcomes. So men will often feel, they'll be wary of dating someone who's been in that industry, to put it
yeah,
mildly. And the women will find it to be like, oh, I've made a lot of money in this and now no guy can be at my level. So people have different things that come about when they get
yeah.
involved with pornography. And I'm
I,
not judging it. I'm saying just look at what you want as an outcome, and who you want to be with. That's all. I just want to empower people to know what they're doing versus saying, oh, don't morally do this.
well, yeah, by men doing that, and you said they're not providing, protecting, and doing all these other constructive things. I think that goes into a whole world of talks that we could do that kind of leaves Jonathan Haidt behind and gets into Richard Reeves
Ah,
of Boys and Men, because what
that's
you're
a
getting
my
into there
God.
isn't the male contribution to porn or the male contribution to social media. It's getting into They're doing it because they're not being offered anything else to do. They're not getting a reward from the constructive, high character, beneficent things that they were meant to be doing by our society.
Mic
So
drop.
there you go.
Beautiful.
Mic drop.
That's where we're going, everybody. Come along with the ride. We're gonna
Over
go
and out.
someplace brand new. That's right.
Over and out.